So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever this presentation may be catching you. Once again, today I just want to briefly talk about MOTNA. What is MOTNA? MOTNA stands for the Museum of Traditional Nigerian Architecture, located in the Museum Complex, or the Zoo as it's commonly called, in Jos, Nigeria. Now, for many of you that are familiar with the place, back from the 70s, 80s, sometimes early 90s, you may be wondering, for any of you who may have visited, you will not be wondering. So, my focus, as usual, on this channel, the Mud Whisperer, has been on the neglect, so to say, of this very, very ancient and very popular, once popular, mode of building, that is building with mud. And so the focus today is on the Museum of Traditional Nigerian Architecture, popularly called MOTNA. What is the state of that place? What has happened to it? What is the reason for um, making this talk about it? So, like I said, for those who have been there recently, it is a sad and sorry sight. A sad and sorry sight. On the cover art of this podcast or presentation, you see photos of me standing in the ruins. So basically, unless something has happened between um, end of 2025 and July 2026, it may even be worse than what you see on the cover art. Now, now for those who are familiar with the place, um, there are different reasons given for it. The most popular reason is that climate change. You know, these are replicas of most of the structures, or I could say all of the structures are intended to be replicas of structures, traditional structures built with mud from all over Nigeria, put in one place. So you had structures from all over the five, six, or more geopolitical zones of Nigeria. And so the popular thinking behind the cause of the ruins, most of it are in ruins now. Most of it are in ruins now. Was that it was climate change. These are structures that were built originally in the northern part of Nigeria, where you had little rainfall, and so you build it in a place like Jos Plateau, amount of rainfall over time. But no, that is not the case. That is not the case. Actually, I thought about that. I read one or two papers about that, citing the reasons, climate change as the reason for the total collapse of most of the prominent structures there. But that has not been the case. So we're going to explore that. I'm going to do a special full length um, presentation on that. But fair to say, climate change is not the reason for um, the total and close to total collapse of the structures at Motna. So we'll meet up maybe in one or two other presentations, and I take the time to share my thoughts and then invite your thoughts on this very, very important issue. So thank you very much and have a nice day.